Hello and welcome back to Garfin's creation. Today we'll be making this moist and delicious carrot cake along with cream cheese frosting. All the ingredients are mentioned in the description box below. We'll begin first by greasing a 7 inches round cake tin pan. Brush the cake tin with some oil and then we'll be adding some parchment paper inside it. You can also use an 8 inches cake pan for this recipe. Lining the pan with the parchment paper will help to release the cake once it's baked. If you prefer, you can also use a loaf cake tin to make this carrot cake if you do not intend frosting it. Once more, after putting the parchment paper, we'll spray in some more oil and brush that as well. Now this is ready, we'll keep it aside and let's check out the ingredients. To get the recipe perfect, I mentioned all the ingredients in grams in the description box below. So here I have taken 50 grams of butter along with 40 grams of vegetable oil. And into this I'll be adding 150 grams of sugar. Taken the sugar and just pulse it in the mixer and made it a powder and added to this. I'll also be adding 140 grams, that is 140 ml of room temperature milk. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now we'll just whisk this all well. You can also use an electric beater. Just whisk this till everything is dissolved. I have used butter and oil in this recipe, but you can make it completely with butter or completely with oil too. Now into this we'll sieve 180 grams of maida, 1 teaspoon baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Now once this is sieved, I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder and just a pinch of salt. Combine everything well and mix it. To get the recipes perfect every time, it's better to use the ingredients by weight. So it's always handy to have a weighing scale in your kitchen. Your recipes will never go wrong when you weigh and take the ingredients. There are different sizes of measuring cup and your recipe can go wrong if you use the wrong cup size. That's why I have used the whole recipe in grams here. So after mixing the wet and the dry ingredients together, to scrape the bowl in between. Do not overmix the cake batter, just a little is enough. Next into this I'll be adding the carrots. This is 100 grams of grated carrot. I've used the fresh red carrot which is in season now, and I've used a fine grater to grate the carrots. After mixing the carrot in, into this I'll be adding 50 grams of finely chopped walnuts. I've chopped the walnuts fine so that it does not sink into the cake once it is baked. So now just mix this a little, and into this we'll be adding 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Now we'll just mix this quickly and pour it into the cake pan. One thing to mention here, that all the ingredients are at room temperature, even the butter. You also need to preheat your oven at 170 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes before putting the cake into the oven. Now once the batter is ready, we'll just pour it into the cake tin. Once you pour the batter, just level the top and tap the cake tin for a few times. And then you need to bake this cake in the preheated oven at 170 degrees centigrade for about 40 to 45 minutes or until inserted toothpick comes out clean. So this carrot cake took me about 45 minutes to bake well. Once out of the oven, keep it on the cooling rack to cool out completely. And once the cake is cooled down, you can then serve it. Since we are going to frost this later, I will just be keeping this cake in the fridge for a few hours. So once the cake is cooled down, just remove the parchment paper and cling wrap it. By keeping the cake in the fridge for a few hours, the cake gets a bit firm and you'll be able to slice it well without any crumbs. So once I've cling wrapped this, I'll put it back into the cake tin so that it does not get damaged. And then keep it in the fridge. This carrot cake tastes awesome with the cream cheese frosting. I will be keeping this cake in the fridge for a few hours, and in the meantime, let's prepare the cream cheese frosting for this. So now to make the cream cheese frosting, here I have taken 25 grams of butter, 150 grams of cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and 350 grams of icing sugar. I have sieved the icing sugar and I've kept it ready. And you can see that the butter, it's not too soft too. I have just got it out 5 minutes before from the fridge. The cream cheese dough should be chill and I've just removed it out just 5 minutes before. Both the ingredients have to be cold. Now I'll use an electric beater and just beat this till both are combined and it gets a little bit fluffy. While you keep whisking this, also do scrape the bowl in between. At first you might find it a little bit hard to beat the butter and the cream cheese, but as you keep whisking, it will get a little bit soft and fluffy. This is still a little bit hard, so I'll continue whisking this for some more time. If you do not like the cream cheese frosting, you can just use any normal buttercream recipe too. I have shared some frosting recipes on my channel, so you can use any of those too. Now here the butter and the cream cheese looks nice and fluffy. So now it's time to add the icing sugar into this. This frosting you need to use icing sugar itself. Do not use any powder sugar for this recipe. I just added a little of the icing sugar and will continue whisking this. As soon as you see that the sugar is fully mixed, keep on adding some more sugar a little at a time. Also do keep scraping the bowl in between. And in midway, also do add the vanilla essence and then continue whisking this. So from the 350 grams of icing sugar, here I have added about 300 grams of the icing sugar into this. The remaining 50 grams of icing sugar, we'll be using it later. And you can check out the consistency of this frosting. It is not too runny or not too stiff. This is perfect enough for frosting the cake. So now we'll just put this into a piping bag so that it is easy to frost the cake. So here with the help of a glass, I'll just put the piping bag inside it and put the cream cheese frosting inside it. It will help to fill the bag easily. Now just push the icing little bit down and twist the top and just keep this aside for some time. So you need to prepare this cream cheese frosting when you're ready to ice the cake. This cake is chill enough and I just got it out from the fridge. We'll remove the cling wrap and then slice the cake from between, creating 2 layers. So now I'm using a sharp serrated knife. So first I'll just create the line just round the cake and then keep moving the knife towards the center till the cake is divided into 2. At the same time you need to keep moving the cake around too. This way you will get 2 perfect layers of the cake. You can always use a rotating cake stand to slice this cakes as well. So you can see the 2 slices and the walnuts are well distributed in the cake itself. Now let's start frosting the cake. I just snipped off the tip of the icing bag and then just pressing it gently, just cover the cake entirely with the frosting. And using a spatula, I'll just spread it a little just to reach the corners of the cake as well. I'm not using a very thick layer, so I've just cut the very small tip of the icing bag. Next, I just place the other layer of the cake over it and put the icing once more and smooth the top too. Once the top is done, I'll just smoothen the side as well. I won't be covering the side of the cake. It's going to be a semi-naked cake, so I'll just keep it as it is. Now I'll keep this cake in the fridge for a few minutes. In the meantime, we'll continue making the colored frosting. So from the white frosting, I've just taken a little portion and added the remaining icing sugar that was left. You need to make a stiff icing, so just add a little icing sugar more and continue whisking this. So this icing is stiff enough and good enough for piping. So I'll just divide this into 2 portions and put it into 2 bowls separately. I'll be making 1 green and 1 orange. So here I've used green gel color. Just add the color a little at a time till you get this shade. So the design what I'm going to make on the carrot cake is going to be without any nozzles. We're just using the piping bag to create the design. So I just put the green frosting into an icing bag and keep it at the side. We also need to make the orange frosting. I'll just be adding a few drops of orange color. Mix it well. And also be adding just a drop of red color. So that is going to give a nice orange red color to this frosting. After mixing this well, fill 1 more icing bag with this orange color frosting. This is ready. Let's get the cake out from the fridge. Once more, I'm using a sharp serrated knife to cut slices from the cake. I'll be dividing this into 6 slices. So once you cut the cake, pull it out from the side and clean it once more before slicing the next one. This way you'll get nice, sharp and clean cuts for the cake slices. You can cut as many slices you want. And now it's time to decorate the cake. Cut just a small tip of the orange icing bag, and then just pressing the icing gently, just create 3 medium-sized dots. I'll be repeating this on all the other slices as well. If you're finding it hard to make this design, you can create your own designs too. Or you can just have this cake without the design too. And now I'll just take the green piping bag and just cut a very tiny tip on top and just create some curly lines just below down the dots. This is just to give a little stem-like effect for this. So I'll be repeating the same for all the other slices as well. And now once this is done, I'll be using the same piping bag and just cutting off another V cut on top. Making leaves, so I'll just cut a V shape on top of the same icing bag. So this is one way where you can make beautiful leaves without a nozzle too. As you keep pressing the icing bag, just keep on pushing the icing bag front and back to get a little wavy effect for the leaves. With practice, you too will be making these beautiful leaves without the nozzles. If the weather is hot and you feel your icing is melting, just keep the piping bag in the fridge for a few minutes and then continue doing the design. And so with this, our eggless carrot cake with cream cheese frosting is ready. Since we have used cream cheese for this frosting, you will have to keep the cake in the fridge if you do not intend finishing it off at one time. So here you see, you get beautiful layers of the cake and the frosting. This is so moist and delicious. And keeping the cake in the fridge adds moisture to the cakes and makes it even more moist. So I hope you all like this recipe and do give it a try too. Thanks for watching and please do subscribe to Garfin's Creation for more such videos. See you soon in the next video too. Till then, take care and bye-bye.